Hello everyone, I'm Broughy1322 and in this video I'm going to be showing the top 10 fastest fully upgraded land vehicles around a circuit. Now in a few recent videos I have mentioned that I'm going to be bringing out brand new videos for every single class in the game, so that's sports cars, supercars, muscle cars and all the rest of them. I'm going to be creating brand new videos which give you the full list of every single vehicle in every single class in the game, so you can see how vehicles compare to each other in a racing situation and in terms of top speed. So feel free to subscribe if you are new and you want to be notified of when they are released, because they're going to be coming very shortly. But before I do that, I just wanted to go over the absolute top 10 fastest vehicles in the game in terms of top speed and in terms of circuit racing as well. Obviously this video is focused on circuit racing, and then we'll have the top speed test in hopefully by the end of the week. So yeah, a lot of testing videos still to come, and like I say, you're welcome to subscribe if you want to be notified of those, because there's a lot of information going to be put out there in a short space of time, very shortly. But yeah, I wanted to just focus on the top 10 because these are the absolute quickest, and quite a few people have asked for the sort of the overall top 10. So here we are with these videos. Now obviously in 10th place here we had the Osiris with a 102.0 lap time. Already, considering it's only in 10th place, that is a very quick lap time. And this is, you know, the top 10 out of over 300 land vehicles. Obviously we're not talking about planes or helicopters in this one, just land vehicles, but this is the top 10 out of over 300 of them. So these are very quick vehicles. Obviously we had the Osiris with a 102.0. It's actually only 8 thousandths of a second quicker than the Zentorno. The Zentorno would have been in 11th place in this video. And then we had the T20 with a 101.8. Now in 8th place we've got the X80 with a 101.2. These basically all used to be the quickest supercars in the game. Before the most recent update, they were all very well balanced in that respect as well, but that's not the case anymore. But they are still very quick vehicles, and they get very good lap times. Now in 7th place we've got our first bike with the Double T with a 101.0, so 0.2 of a second quicker than the X80. And it's always been historically correct that bikes are quicker than cars. Historically in the past, because you can wheelie with bikes, and bikes are always quicker when you get that front wheel up with them in terms of top speed and acceleration and everything really. The more that you wheelie with a bike, the quicker it will go. Because you've always been able to do that and get a huge boost from a wheelie, bikes have always historically been quicker than cars, and we've never ever really had, until very recently, cars that can actually outpace bikes. So that's why this sort of top 10 list does feature quite a few bikes, you know, as a natural consequence of that. But it's swinging sort of more towards the cars in most recent updates, as we'll see. But in 6th place there we had the Hakuchu. The Hakuchu is pretty good in terms of top speed. It's got a very high top speed, but it's not that good around the corners in comparison to the top 2 bikes in the game. The first of which is the Akuma in 5th place here overall, with a lap time of 59.6. It's very quick. So we got the top 5 vehicles now. All of those get under 1 minute lap times. 1 minute is a very quick lap time around this circuit, and there's only, you know, to put it into perspective, that there's only 5 vehicles in the game out of about 300 that break that 1 minute barrier. These are some very quick vehicles. And the next one of which it does that is the Tyrus in 4th place overall with a 59.3, about 0.3 of a second quicker than the Akuma. The Tyrus is the first of the 3 brand new supercars that we got recently that really should have been put in their own class, because they are so much more dominant than the previous best supercars. As we've already seen in this video, they're a good couple of seconds quicker than, for example, the T20 and the X80 and the Osiris, and those old best supercars just simply can't compete with these new ones. But in 3rd place overall in terms of the fastest land vehicles in the entire game is the Barty 801. This has just managed to sneak in and keep that 3rd place, that spot on the podium. For a long time this was the quickest land vehicle in the game. With a 59.341 lap time, it's only about 1/100th of a second quicker than the Tyrus to keep that 3rd place, but ultimately it will be the quickest around circuits if you push it to the maximum. I would say that the Akuma is probably easier to drive though, so if in bike races it's up to you which one you have. Now in 2nd place overall we've got the ETR1. This is again unbelievably quick, about 0.2 of a second quicker than the Barty, so you know, not that much quicker with a 59.1. The past four vehicles, I should say, that we've seen have all been 59-second lap times, and all within a second of each other. In fact, all within half a second of each other, with the Akuma in 5th place having a 59.6. Now we've got the ETR1 with a 59.1. All very close in terms of lap time, and like I said, we've never had cars that can get these sorts of lap times before. You know, if you take these 3 new cars out, the top 10 list would have been dominated by bikes. So it's pretty crazy that we have this now, but the king of the cars is the RE7B. This is just unbelievable, and the lap time that it gets of 57.7 is honestly scarcely believable in itself. It's so fast, and you know, putting it into perspective of everything that I've talked about in this video, how we've never had cars that beat bikes, we've never had a car that can get under that 1 minute barrier. The previous quickest car that we had was a 1 minute 1. It didn't even beat 1 minute 1 lap times, and now we get these 3 new vehicles that absolutely demolish everything else, and the RE7B very, very easily becomes the new quickest land vehicle in the entire game in terms of racing around a circuit, mainly because it just has so much traction in the corners. In terms of top speed, under normal circumstances, it isn't all that great, and it wouldn't even make it into the top 10 list, as we will see in the top speed testing video that will be coming out in a few days. But it's just so quick around the corners, and it absolutely demolishes everything. And when you put into perspective that this is about 4 seconds per lap quicker than a T20, you know, it's absolutely crazy. So that's it. Those are the top 10 fastest land vehicles in the entire game in GTA 5 in terms of circuit racing, in terms of proper racing where you've got corners, and we will see the top speed testing video coming up very shortly. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support as always, and I'll see you next time.